XRP Ripple Technical Analysis Afternoon Update February 16th in two parts. 1. Technical Analysis. 2. Risk to reward setups. Coming soon. Insert intense music here. Da 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 dun 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 dun. Decrease intense music. Da dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dramatization increase coming soon. Same time, same channel. Stay tuned. Boop, 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 boop. It's showtime! If you guys didn't get that, that was my teaser movie trailer for Ripple that I'm going to be making here and there for fun. If you guys don't know by now, I'm a pretty creative person, right? I've got a very creative side and like to have a lot of fun with everything I do, whether it's with charting or anything. I'm such a goofball everywhere. It's probably why like I have no friends, you know, my sense of humor is a little bit over the top. I'm just kidding. I've got a lot of friends, guys. Like I'm looking around. Whoa, I don't have any friends actually now that I look around. Friends? Luna, where are you? Luna, where are you? She's coming, guys. I've got lots of friends. Look at my dog that doesn't even hang out with me. Okay, let's get started, okay? But before we get started, someone asked, actually a lot of people are asking me, so I wanted to go over this. Philicon, we would really like to support you on Steemit. How the heck do we support you? Okay, first of all, you guys have to create an account. Secondly, when you guys are there on my account here, you guys just go down to the bottom and there's this little button right here that looks like an arrow pointing up. You simply just click on that and you can also re-steam it. I don't see the re-steam here, but if you go to anyone's page, just as an example, okay? You go to anyone's page as an example, re-steam it just basically means to reshare it, right? It means to retweet it. So you can click on that little one right there. For example, I'll upvote this guy right here and I will also re-steam his post, right? Just click on OK there as well. And some people have said, why, Philicon, you're such a whale on Steemit. That's the only reason we want to support you. Or that's the only reason you want us to support you. Well, not true at all, guys. I'm supporting Steemit because I believe it's a very good community that it reaches. And a lot of people are involved in heavy technical analysis on here. Not only that, because I'm doing all this for you know, without charge, right? It's a small way that you guys also give back to me. For example, I've been blogging on Steemit for about 2 months now, and it takes a lot of time. And I haven't withdrawn or taken out any money yet, and I have about $1,000 in my Steemit, and eventually it grows. So the more Steem I have, the more Steem power. So when you guys upvote me, I actually get a little bit more as well. So when I like to click on this every day. It's actually my favorite part of the day, right? And to be quite honest, guys, you know, this is kind of what I take home on an average day. You know, more or less on average, you can say. So I'm definitely not here for the money at all. It's just here for fun. It's a small little project, and I just keep this aside for my dog. It goes straight to her, right? And if you guys take a look at my posts, I don't get paid a lot on here, guys. Like, you know, I put a Litecoin one up there, I got paid $1. I put another Litecoin and got paid another $1, for example, okay? I put a Cardano, $1. Some of them get paid a little bit, right? About 15, some of them $23, but that takes a lot of my time, right? And it's just a small way that we can reciprocate the support. So I hope that answers some of the questions when it comes to how to upvote and support me on Steemit. You know, sometimes I'm lucky and a lot of people upvote it and I get like $22, but on average, we're talking like $1, $2 for most posts, right? Like, you know, sometimes 11, etc. But, you know, for example, $1,100 over 2 months, I think we can all agree that to my standards, that's kind of what I make on a day trading. So it's not really the most money, but, you know, I really appreciate the support and the love anyways that you guys have given me. So let's go over this Ripple technical analysis right now, okay? There's a major play coming up very soon, and I have to go over it, and I wish I got this video up earlier because I'm already in a position right now and I'm already like at least $100 up, I'm guessing. It was this critical break right here, okay? A critical break right there. That looks like it's gonna go to a pretty good amount right now. So yeah, I'll go over it in detail, but don't worry guys, like I'm trying to do my best to catch everybody up as soon as possible. So here are my charts, okay? So we have a clearly defined support, though do not discount for a moment that it may fail, okay? just to be clear about that. If BTC corrects further, you may see this fail and fall into the support zone. My recommendation is to follow specific setups and wait for a key breakout above resistances, okay? Now, I'm no financial advisor. Always keep that in mind, okay? I'm also just speaking from what I am doing, from my personal experience, okay? So, patience is key. A break above 150, I'm just going to say this number here, 15.5, will signal a rally to 22.76. A breakout above 22.76 will signal a rally to $1.32 or to $1.35. Now, this is going to be my swing position where I will just hold it. Now, where is a critical support zone? We treat this right here as a critical support zone, okay? We treat this right there. That is the bottom region of my support. Then my top region is right around this particular region where there's a lot of activity. If I were to actually extend it outwards like this right here, you find this as a major support zone, obviously, because there's a lot of activity over here. Now, where's the next logical support zone? The next logical support zone, if it fails, is basically between right here, 96.18 and also $1. So these are pretty important zones for us to be considering all the time, okay? Now, where's the critical resistance? The critical resistance. Oh, by the way, I wanted to give a shout out to Philippe from Sweden or from the Netherlands. I can't remember where you were from, but one of those countries, right? I think you're from Sweden. He gave me a really nice shout out and made a little video for me because my throat is sore, right? So he was recommending humidifiers, different plants as well, and different lightings as well in the system, and how to properly stretch, because I'm home a lot, and of course I got to take care of my health. So Philippe, thank you very much for that video. You know what? I shared it with my friends on Facebook, and it was honestly the sweetest thing that someone has done for me. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for making me that video, because it has absolutely educated me a lot, okay? So I just want to say that publicly, because you know what? You always have to give respect and also appreciation for where it is due, right? I really wish I got into a position earlier for you guys. Like, I really wish I could have. Now I'm up like $100, and I was trying so hard to rush through this video. People are buying like crazy right now already. I'm gonna be up a ridiculous amount, I think, later. So let's just see where this goes. I'm sorry, God. I'm so sorry for not getting it faster, okay? So this is basically how it looks right now. Where is this target derived? It is derived from taking wave 1 to 2, right, with fib slightly above 2618. And the reason why we take it slightly above 2618 is because this one right here actually hit the 1618 and slightly higher. So because it hit slightly higher than the 161.8, we can also assume that it will slightly hit higher than this specific region right here, right? Higher than 261.8 from this specific wave 1 and 2. Now we also take wave 3 to 4, and we assume that wave 5 is shorter than wave 3. We assume that wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. Because of that, we take our fib extension from 2, 3, and 4, and we see that the 100's right there. And guess what? We're targeting now exactly between waves 1 and 2 fib extensions, 2618, and wave 3 and 4 fib extensions, 1 to 1. Cool. So now, and the general target range is roughly $1.35, okay? $1.35 to, or sorry, $22.76 all the way to 135. So those are basically the general ranges, in my opinion, that it will most likely reach. And now we're going to talk about specific risk to reward setups, okay? I'm going to move all of this aside, actually, okay? I'm going to extend it to well over here so we can all take a look at what's going on here. I'm going to pause the video, not take up your time, and I'll be right back. All right. Okay, guys, before we get into a more detailed technical analysis, this is just to give you guys a little tease of what's to come, okay? Tiny little tease. Let's pull up XRP here and talk about some moving averages, okay? Yes, I am in a position right now, okay? I'm about $100 up with a $11,000 position right here. we got to talk about moving averages, okay? One cool thing we're seeing is that on the 1 hour chart, we're definitely hovering bullishly above all the moving averages. We're actually bouncing off of the 8, 13, and 21 moving average. Even on a 3 hour chart, guys, we're like doing incredibly well right now in terms of just wanting to break upwards, right? We expect kind of a bounce upwards here. So we're bouncing right off of the 8, 13, and 21, even on a 3 hour. Despite this looking like it's coming down right now, right? It's absolutely positively moving upwards, from my opinion, from what it looks like, right? And if we actually look over here as well, this might have been the A, B, C correction, and then now we're starting the 1, 2, and the third subwave possibly going up right there. Just looking at it like that. On the 6 hour chart, we're probably, yeah, it's looking pretty decent as well, right? It crossed over on the moving average right here, started to support it. So a lot of people, I think, will hop on this soon when they start to realize this, right? We are finding a bounce right here as well, bullishly diverging as well. Sure, we got a double peak here, but you guys got to acknowledge this right here, okay? Look at this ascending triangle on the RSI, okay? That right there is there. And now we see this right here as well, right? That's a really, really nice thing to see. I'd say that's gorgeous to see. So am I bullish on it? Yeah, unfortunately I am. You know, like very bullish on it. So I see it's still slowly working its way up here as well in the 12-hour chart, right? I can't really get here. Let me just show you here quickly. Okay, there we go. So it's looking very bullish as well on the 12-hour. Don't you guys worry about my liquidate. A lot of people bring that up. They're like, you're going to get liquidated. I'm like, no, I'm never going to get liquidated, guys. Don't ever worry about my balance. It's impossible to liquidate me. Trust me, guys, it's impossible. So sure, you see it down ticking here a little bit, but is it possible for it to just go up, right? It seems very bullish altogether. Even though the volume is slowly declining, it's most likely because we're still in a consolidation pattern, right? And we're just waiting for a breakout above like around 150. If we hit 115 range, like that's right where this EMA is right here, 115, we're gonna break out into some ridiculously high highs. So I've now set up a lot of different scenarios for us to consider. And when I say us, I mean you guys mainly, okay? So here we go. Let's go over this in fine detail. Now, a lot of people say to me, oh, you don't know what risk to reward is. I assure you guys, I know risk to reward very well. The only reason I don't put it in my charts is because, one, it takes up a lot of time, and two, I'm Asian. Obviously, I do all the math in my head, guys. Asian level mathematics, if you guys don't know about that, okay? So, we're going to go over it from scratch. Now, this is a support zone, first of all, in case this triangle ends up breaking downwards instead, okay? Ends up breaking downwards instead. Now, another thing to consider is if it does break down from there further, out of the 107 to 109 range, we're going to be looking at the 96 to $1 range. $1 is a very strong psychological number, okay? We've clearly defined supports, though don't discount for a moment that it might fail. I'm accounting basically every scenario, guys, okay? I'm accounting literally I can't even imagine another scenario that could happen, and this is why I tend to be very profitable, right? I think of every single possible scenario that can happen, so whenever it does happen, I'm not surprised. I'm so well prepared. So, but if it does happen, we could break down to these lower regions, which might signal a buy, and I will evaluate it further if something does happen, okay? So my recommendation is to always wait for a above breakout. Patience is key, right? Patience is key. If a breakout occurs above 115, right, or sorry, 15.5, it'll signal a rally because it will close successfully above the 55 EMA on a daily chart. And it'll signal a rally all the way up to this high right here, which is about 1.2276. Now, if we break out above 12276, it'll absolutely signal a rally to the 132 to the 135 range up here. So where's the general target? General target is roughly between 122.76 to 135, right? So a breakout can definitely occur above this line. So we've literally accounted for every single possible breakout that I can think of, right? And always keep in mind that failure can 100% occur. Bear that always, quote unquote, bear that in mind. Hello, heyo, I can barely stand this. These jokes are getting very unbearable. Wouldn't you guys agree? I'm just kidding. You guys need to calm down, okay? They're just bear jokes, okay? They're just bear jokes. So, here's a short-term day trade position here with the 1.6 risk to reward ratio. Now, this one is fairly risky, in my opinion. I've taken it. I've taken it because I'm a risk taker, all right? So I took this one where you're entering at about $1.10, $1. It's kind of late now to enter. Well, it is, but it's not too late. But it's a risk to reward of about 1.6. You can lose 2.24. You can gain 3.56. Okay, and your stop loss is about 109. So it's a really tight stop loss for 2.24%. Right, that's a pretty good 109, 2.24% loss right there. Now this next one is waiting for a breakout above the 115, right? The 115.5. So this one involves entering at about 116, right? Got that? You keeping your stop loss very tight at about, oh sorry, I did this one wrong here, about 1.3, okay? About 1.3 right here, keeping it pretty tight. If you keep it tight and you're targeting about 1.225, okay? 1.225 right there, you have a chance to gain 5.76% and you have a chance to lose 1.72%. Now this one is the middle one is my more favorable approach, okay? When it gets to around this region, I will expect some people to take some profit. And once they take some profit, it might even correct a tiny bit, and then we will most likely end up breaking out of it because I think that XRP is pretty bullish right now. And the third one is a pretty, it's okay. You know, it's a good risk to reward setup, but the probability of it happening is fairly low, in my opinion, because I think we'll have some resistance in these areas first, like in here, in between the red boxed area, or this region right here. I should probably draw it out here for you. So this is going to be a major resistance zone in general, okay? So this is going to be a critical resistance zone, which I'm just going to move this down a little bit over here. So this zone right here that I will draw in red for you is a critical resistance zone that I will make red once again. I know I repeat things a lot sometimes, guys, but it's mainly because I'm trying to remind myself, okay? So this is now the critical resistance zone. So I'm really stepping it up for you guys, if you have noticed, right? I'm really stepping it up for you guys, and I'm really showing you guys how good traders will approach a market. So this is the way that I approach a market. I don't know if it's the best way. It's definitely not the only way, but what I can guarantee you is that it's a good way to consider it, right? It's definitely a reasonable area, or a reasonable way to look at it. Of course, there's tons of different ways and it's always a learning experience, but we try to account for all possible paths, because if we don't account for every possible path, then when things do happen, it surprises us, okay? So if we actually do break out of this critical resistance zone, what will most likely end up happening is this scenario right here, where it will cause a rally from risk to reward right here, 2.25, okay? 2.25, your entry is about 123 to 124, breaking above it with a tight stop loss always at about 119, and you'll target the minimum region about 132, right? You can go for 135, but it's pretty risky. That's why I'm not allocating aggressive approaches. I'm more so considering a very conservative one. This one's a pretty good gain one, 7.32 to 3.25, right? Gains to lose. If you add all of these up, right, it's pretty immense profit. You're talking about 3.5, we'll say like 9% plus another 7. We'll say about 16% profit total. So if you played a $1,000 position like me, for example, right, I'm in a 1K position as you guys saw, there's a chance for some really nice profit, guys. And I think that we need to really just focus on making sure we understand stop losses, making sure we understand that these notes, okay? So we focus on winning over time, and that's important to understand. We focus on winning over time. We play the game of probability. We stick to stop losses. We ladder our profits at the top. Laddering is taking some profits at the top and also slowly buying on the bottom. Laddering minimizes risk. It allows us to take some profits and decreases our exposure. Criteria of a break with volume is very mandatory, with a successful candle close on at least a 15-minute time frame, I would say. Like, always keep in mind that I am not a financial advisor. I'm just absolutely sharing my thoughts with all of you guys, okay? So it's your risk, your choice. Honestly, it's your risk, your choice, and you are accountable for your own decisions. This is my chart that I'm sharing with the general public and how I plan to play it. And if you guys have profited immensely from my XRP calls, from my Litecoin calls, show the respect and love, guys. Or if this one plays out, consider getting my dog extremely drunk, okay? You guys know that she loves vodka and tequila. You guys know she loves the Patron, the really high-end stuff. So consider getting my dog extremely drunk by donating XRP to her. Other than that, guys, I really appreciate your love and support, and I've now reached 100,000 subscribers and also followers. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And like I was joking about earlier, guys, that instead of doing a giveaway, you guys all have to give me $1, okay? But don't send it in Ethereum. So just send $1 or maybe $1.50 or $2, so it doesn't eat up in the fees. You guys can send EOS, you can send Ripple or Litecoin, but I do expect you guys to send me $1, okay? I'm gonna see how high this gets to, and I'm gonna say this to you guys like once a month or something like that, okay? Woo! 100K, this is awesome. My charts are posted on Steemit. Make sure to upvote it there. Subscribe, like, and share all the material as well if you guys are making some immense profits, and these are awesome charts that you guys love. So enjoy. I hope to see you guys where I am very soon, and let's have fun together down the road. Bye now.